Hey Helldivers, welcome back. My name is Moden, aka the Harbinger of Silly Tactics and the hammer-wielding moron of the SES Vista family values. Today we are doing a full masterclass on none other than the Breaching Hammer.
Maximum effort. Freedom, 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 oi!
You're about to watch me solve several high difficulty problems in Helldivers 2 using the most scientifically irresponsible tool ever approved by Super Earth.
You can say that again.
This is the CQC-20 Breaching Hammer. It's a support weapon that can be a normal hammer, or you can slap an explosive charge on the end and... Oh my god, we're doing the thing. Oh, stem. Oh, okay. Well, that was pretty cool before I, died. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn the hammer's actual mechanics, the ammo economy, the safe approach patterns that keep you alive, and the exact bonk loop that clears automaton bases without wasting all of your team's reinforcements and your ammo. So let's get into it. I'm sure that I was going to avoid... Oh my god! What the f... The Breaching Hammer is a support weapon, a really fun support weapon. You call it in, pick it up, and you can use it one of two ways: plain smashing or explosive charged smashing. You can find and unlock this glorious hammer in the Siege Breakers Warbond on page 1 for 75 Warbond medals. It does two different kinds of damage. The hammer itself only does a base damage of 300 with medium armor penetration, but if you have the explosive charge on it, it turns it into an anti-tank weapon that deals a catastrophically democratic 2100 damage. It's more or less a melee recoilless rifle. Now that's not to say you should only use it when you have the charges. Later I'll cover a couple of builds that make the hammer good regardless of whether it's charged or not. But yeah, that's sort of the basics of the Breaching Hammer, and now I want to jump into how to actually use the damn thing.
Shut up and get to the point!
Here's the entire weapon in one sentence. Uncharged, it's a hammer. Charged, it's anti-tank. That might have been two sentences, but the point still stands. I didn't finish super school so that I could join the Helldivers.
You think you're so smart because you're dumb book learning, Julian. Well, you're not that smart.
Keep those two modes in mind because a lot of players write the hammer off when there's no explosive attached to it, but it does have its uses. However, it is extremely easy to chew through all of the hammer's explosive charges very quickly. You use a charge, reload extremely quickly, and then you can use it again. There are some builds to solve this ammo problem, but you still have to make every charge count, so make sure to focus on heavy targets like hulks, flash mobs, or chargers, or focus on large groups of small enemies. Here. Oh crap. Yup. The explosion from the charge detonating does a good amount of splash damage. A great strategy for larger groups of chaff enemies is just to slam the ground and allow the splash damage to do the rest. Now, I have scientifically developed what I call the bonk loop. An easy to remember 5-step plan for success. Step 1 is scout and isolate. You want to find a priority target. Like I said before, you're really looking for heavy targets or large groups of enemies. Step 2, create a commit window. This is any kind of opening that will allow you to get close enough to actually use the hammer since it is, still a melee weapon. You can't just blindly charge into groups of devastators and expect to have much success. You'll probably just get gunned down on your democratic approach. This tent ain't big enough for all three of it. What? How did the last? Okay. Step 3, reload. Pretty self-explanatory, but just make sure you actually have a charge equipped as you run into the enemy. Step 4, 1, you strike, then immediate movement after. Basically, don't stand still and admire your democratic liberation because you're still in close range to the enemy. Step 5 is reevaluate. If you have the space and advantage in the fight, reload and repeat starting with step 2. If, however, you take some damage, are low on stems, run out of charges, or feel like you're getting closed in on, well, honestly, just reload and keep on hammering. Never run away, never surrender. Super Earth hates cowards.
And now for something completely different.
From the top rope. Oh my god, that's not what I wanted. Nope. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Bonk. Worked perfectly. So that's the bonk loop, the ultimate tech in dispensing democracy and freedom. Next, I want to talk about how the hammer works against each specific faction. First, the automatons. It seems like this hammer was made to really solve the problem of close range heavy targets, and luckily the bots are exactly that. The main target you're going to go for here are the hulks. You can kill a hulk with one charge. You can also use it on groups of devastators, but it's not really worth it if you're going to use it on a single devastator. Remember, we are going for the highest bang for our buck. The hammer can also take down war striders and factory striders by targeting their legs, although it does take multiple hits. A massive perk to bringing the hammer to bot missions is being able to destroy fabricators. It gives you one more tool to eliminate those disgusting bot birthing chambers. Gross. Ew. Oh wow. He just threw oh crap. Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh my god. The only major drawback I can think of is bots are actually much harder to approach directly because, obviously they've got guns. This conundrum can be solved by certain support backpacks, which I will talk about in the loadout section. Now, the bugs are completely different from bots, but it doesn't make the hammer unusable. It just gets used very differently. The main target here is going to be chargers and impalers. Whenever I use the hammer on the bug front, I pretty much exclusively use it to take out those two enemy types. What? It can also be useful for killing groups of chaff enemies, but for some reason I found it to be extremely inconsistent at clearing a whole horde of them. The reason I didn't list Bile Titans as a primary target is I always found the legs to be so spindly and small to hit. But that could just be because I suck, not because the hammer can't kill a Bile Titan, those stupid spindly legs. Now, the squids are where I had the least amount of experience using the hammer. It is very good for clearing flesh mobs and the occasional overseer, but I think its actual primary purpose here can be destroying crowds of stupid voteless. To be fair, if you are so undemocratic that you allowed yourself to be mind-fucked by an intelligent race of squids, then you deserve to get your ass hammered by an explosively charged mallet, but I digress. Hammer builds, or I guess, builds for the hammer if you will, or I guess the breaching hammer if I may, aren't really about an entire loadout building just for the hammer itself.
Oh geez, okay.
I found that there's only a couple choices that really matter when it comes to using it and building for it. Well, really the main choice, which is what kind of backpack you're going to bring in. My personal and completely rational recommendations are to rotate between three options. First is the warp pack. It's extremely good on the bot front for where you're going to have to be dodging gunfire constantly. Its main use is to allow you to close the gap quickly, which in turn creates a larger opportunity window to actually use the hammer on the Hulk's massive cheeks. The second option here is to bring the resupply backpack. The main reason behind this is because it solves the ammo hungriness of the hammer. This is probably the most responsible choice out of the three, but unfortunately for my teammates, the responsible choice is not always the most fun one. I also have raging attention problems, and this backpack does not adequately stim my brain. Last and probably also least is the jumping jet backpack. The main reason to use this is not because it's good, and honestly, quite frankly, it's probably the worst choice out of the three, but I really enjoy using it to Leroy Jenkins on top of enemies. There's nothing like jetpacking off the top of a rock, landing on top of a tyrannical enemy, and then liberating their soul from their body with a democratic hammer swing. Actually, it's probably even treason to say that enemies have souls to begin with. Oops. Besides picking a backpack, I really do think it's amazing that you can use pretty much anything with the hammer and it still feels really fun to play with. The only other recommendation I would make is to bring a primary weapon that can help clear up enemies. I think the Trident is actually really good for this, but you can also use pretty much any other kind of shotgun or assault rifle. The flexibility of the hammer is really sexy if you're catching my drift. So that's the breaching hammer. I hope you learned something new. I am the ultimate expert on all things Helldivers after all. That's a joke. It's just a joke. I am kidding. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video and had a couple laughs along the way. And if you really did enjoy it, then please consider subscribing and giving the video a like. Comment below the next stratagem I should cover, and I will see you guys next time. See ya, nerds.
Wake up, I'm fine. Another fish on the